Oh, let's take a look here. It looks like the receiving department got a box for me. I guess we'll need to open that up and see what's in there. I appreciate you taking time to be within the shop today. Let's open up this package and see what we have here. So I reached out to the leather machine company, and the lighting on the Cobra 26, it's got that flexible arm light, and it does really good of lighting one side of the sewing machine, and that's all. And usually I can see pretty much okay, especially if I got the garage door open, but if I have to have the door closed, the lighting there is really suspect at best. And then the MP4, it doesn't have any lighting on that. So I reached out to David over there and asked if he could ship me another one of those flexible arm lights like is attached on the sewing machine now, and he said he could, but he said, I've got another light that you might want to look at. So I went ahead and ordered one up here. It's LED, and it's got, I can't remember now how many individual light bulbs are on there. It's like 20 or 30 individual light bulbs, but it's a magnet base. And I thought that might be handy to have because I can attach it to the MP4 or move it over to the sewing machine. So let's take a look here at this. And it's also adjustable on the light, and the light that comes on the Cobra 26 is not adjustable. Let me plug this in and see what kind of light we've got. The MP4 has actually got an outlet on the back of the control box for a light, and on the Cobra 26 there's only one there, and it's on that other light. But I think I have a solution for that as well. Let's plug this in over here. All right, so I've got it plugged in here. It looks like it's got about a 4-foot cord here, and let's see how long this is here. The flexible neck on it's about 7 inches, and it's about 12 inches from the base out. And this is the LED light panel here. It's got a touch button here on the back, and it's got 3 settings: low, medium, and high. It's pretty bright. And the magnetic base, I was looking at it, and it might also work like on my toolbox for helping the light up when I'm working here. The magnet's pretty strong, and it's got a silicone ring here. I'm assuming that's to keep it from slipping. Let's move over here and attach it on the sewing machine and see how it works there. So here we are at the Cobra 26 sewing machine. This is the light that comes with it. It's on a flexible arm, and I considered buying just another one of these. Matter of fact, that's what I called to do, was to buy another one of these, just drill another hole here, and then I could get them, you know, where I wanted them at. And David was willing to do that. I think these are like $59 a piece, and consider doing that, but he's like, I've got another option to look at, and so that's this light here. So typically where I've got it sewing is I'm over here about here, and I've got the light there, and I'm sewing, and right where the needle's at I can see pretty well, but there's still some shadows here, and I don't think it makes it real pleasant for watching either. Let me move the camera and you can see the shadow better. So there's the shadow that we're dealing with, and it's not horrible. I can muddle through. This lighting in this garage is a little bit better than my other workshop, so I'm looking for a solution for year-round. So this flexible light, it's got a magnet on it. There's a place on the back here. I'm just going to attach it. It's got a really strong magnet. It doesn't want to move on its own. Then it's got the little button up on the top here, and I can push it once for low, and then medium and high. So I wouldn't say it gets rid of every bit of the shadow. There's a little bit of a line there, but this lighting is improved greatly with that. And he talked about that some people mount it right here and shine down here. I'm not sure I would do that, but if I attach it on the top of the machine here, then that helps get rid of some of that shadow as well. And I'll show you where it's attached up here. So attached there, and I can move it here. I can move it there. I can attach it back over here. Rotate this around that way. I think there's a few different options of places to attach it. I don't want to get in the way of my thread. The thread would be over, and I got too much pulled out right now. But there's another place that's not impeding with anything. So I think there's lots of options with that magnetic base, and I guess we'll just try it out and see. I'm happy with it. It's kind of fixed that shadowing. I can see a little bit of a line. This light, I think, is still brighter than that one. But the flexibility of using this in multiple places is good. Let's go over here on the MP4 skyver and look at the solution on that as well. Okay, so when he explained that how well that light worked, instead of having one to move around, especially a lot of times I'm moving the camera from place to place, and I would probably be not likely to move everything each time, I went ahead and I ended up buying 3 of these LED lights. And I will attach one on my NP4 as well. And my hopes are that I can attach it here on the back, and the cord's long enough to reach around to the plug-in on the back of this controller. That's where the light on the sewing machine, it's got the same speed controller on it, and that's where the existing light plugs into the back of it. Let's plug it in here. Back of the controller there. Here's a flat place to put light. And yeah, so I think that helps quite a bit. It gives me a lot more light. I can see what's going on here as well. And I think there's times when I'm filming that I don't necessarily have the best light either. I don't know if it'll attach very well on this rounded surface. Let's try that. Yeah, that works too. I think I like it on this other side though, because with that foot there, it creates a shadow where that bell skyver's at. So usually more light's better than not enough. And I think I've got enough room here. There might be a larger project that when I swing it around, that's in the way. So I'll have to play a little bit with where it's mounted and see. And if I need to, I can always mount a little bracket here that's metal that I can attach this to put it right behind the arm, because it's probably going to be less in the way with what I'm doing here behind the arm. So I may end up doing that. But I like how easy that is. And I did say I bought 3 of them. Let me show you one other area here. So this is my workstation here that I do a lot of my tooling tooling's all here, but I do a lot of the work between this workbench and the one to the left of it here. But I've got light that I'm able to bring in from this direction, but I end up with shadows over this way. And I've got an overhead light as well, but I thought if I had this light, I could maybe fill in, and I'll find a place to attach it, but right now I'll attach it on the toolbox here and tip that up. And that helps give me light from the other direction. So I'm hoping that it will help me in seeing the stamps, but also in the quality of the video that you see as well. And I also purchased a new foot to go on the sewing machine. This is, on their website, it's called a welting foot. A lot of people refer to it as a piping foot. And it goes on the Cobra 26. I think it fits, this same one fits more than one sewing machine of theirs, but it's got a curve cut out on the bottom that will allow, where the welting is on the foot or the piping, allows this foot to stay centered so that you're sewing right next to it. You can do it without it, but it's easy to end up varying, and this helps you to stay, I guess, indexed over the top of that seam properly. So I've got a couple of projects coming up that I wanted to install a piping on the edge of it, and this will help do that. So we'll be seeing this here coming up here pretty soon. So leather machine companies out of California, and I've said it before, but now I've got a Cobra 26, the MP4, and I've got the sand or burnisher here. I think these lights are nice additions there. I'm able to move them around, and I've got a couple pieces of metal that I can set rivets with, and I can use those and move those around on the bench top here if I need to, and attach that magnet base to there, and that'll help give me, you know, more light in the places I need it. So you can probably find, like I said, you can probably find something similar to this online and maybe save a few dollars. But like I said, I like to support the companies that, you know, give us the materials that we use. That's it. I just wanted to talk a little bit about these lights. I think there's some improvements there, and the welting foot. So I've got 3 or 4 bags coming up here in the next couple of weeks. So I'll loop you in when I get to those projects. I appreciate you taking time to watch my video today. Please like, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, I hope you have a great day.